Welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon,
And I'm Mom.
and we're so excited to have you here again today.
Yep, thank you for joining.
Yeah, Mom, we always love doing this, and I hope that you're doing well.
I am doing fine, Brandon. How are you doing today?
All is well here. And what are we speaking about for this first episode Friday?
We're back. We're going to continue with our drama series, and we're going to talk about, or adventure series also. We're going to talk about Lois and Clark, The New Adventures.
Yes, we're very excited to speak about the show. It debuted September of 1993. And Mom, are you able to go ahead and start us off with a synopsis?
Yep, just a very brief synopsis. I'm just going to talk about the series just in general, based upon this first episode. This is about Lois and Clark, better known as Superman and, of course, Lois Lane. And in this particular episode, Lois is working on a story. She works for a newspaper and she's an investigative reporter. And she's been working for this newspaper for some years. And then Clark Kent comes in as to apply for a job there. And he does eventually get the job. And they work together on the story. And it's really about their kind of adventures and then how Superman kind of comes in at the same time.
Well, Mom, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Brandon.
Yeah, and overall, what do you think about this little pilot movie we have here?
Actually, Brandon, I thought it was cute. Well, Brandon, I thought they did a really nice job of bringing these characters together. They introduced them really well, and they did a nice job of just kind of slowly introducing them to the audience. And then they also gave the backstory at the same time of Clark Kent. And so it was nice to see how he was kind of integrated within the storyline itself.
Yeah, I definitely think that the special did really well in terms of storytelling. And as I've mentioned in these previous specials, while I'm not the biggest fan of pilot movies, I do think that it used its time effectively.
Yeah, it did. It did. And then it did have a storyline that went along with it. We're also introduced to two other characters that we know from the DC Comics also, and that would be Lex Luthor and Cat. They are both in this episode too.
Yeah, they definitely are. And yeah, I mean, to me, it really felt like a superhero drama adventure series.
Yeah, it did. It did. And one of the reasons why I kind of wanted to do this, and I will let the audience know that I was the one who selected this, is that we do watch a lot of Marvel movies. We watch some DC, not that many DC movies, but everything, of course, is very recent for us watching this. And so I kind of wanted to see what the interpretation was in the 90s for some of these types of shows. And so it was nice to see, what happened during that time period. I did not watch it originally when Lois and Clark was on. I remember it being on, but I did not watch the series at that time period. And so it was nice to see that it's a show that is very likable and that I could potentially watch some future episodes. We kind of stopped at this one, but I think here and there I might watch another one.
Yeah, and I could definitely see myself watching some more episodes as well. And thankfully, those are regular length as the trend with these drama shows. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was an enjoyable watch, and I think it set up the interactions between everyone quite well. And so I'd like to see how it continues on from there. And it seems that, and it does appear that Lex Luthor is going to be a regular, at least semi-regular, within the series, which is nice. I like recurring villains.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. I know you do. What I also liked about this was not only did they include Superman's, characteristics and traits, but they also introduced his family too. And so it was nice to see that his parents were there and the relationship that he had with them also.
Yeah, it definitely was. And yeah, I just really like the characterizations of everyone and how it was able to fit in. And Mom, in comparison to help end out this adventure month, like how would you say that this month has been for you watching these shows?
Actually, it's been a nice month because a lot of these series that we talked about I had not seen before. And so we started off with, of course, Greatest American Heroine, which, I did like. You know, I'm like I said, I've told you I'm probably one of the few people who like the Greatest American Hero, and so it was nice to watch the Greatest American Heroine, the Fall Guy, which I know I watched when I was much younger, but I do not remember the show, if that makes sense, and so it was nice to see that initial episode. True Lies was nice to talk about that because we watched that together and we've seen the whole series, and so that was nice to see too. So I think I've enjoyed this month. The only thing, as you've kind of mentioned, is that because most of these tend to be 2 hours, they are long sessions. And so for an hour and a half, and sometimes just because we are reviewing these, we have to watch them more than once, or at least I have to watch them more than once. So it makes for longer time periods. So I'm looking forward to, bringing back in some more of our 30-minute comedies, and which is much quicker to watch.
Yeah, those certainly are much quicker to watch. And we do have a little connection.
We do. What's our connection, Brandon?
So the director of this pilot movie, which now constitutes the first two episodes, is Robert Butler, who, if you remember, directed the first two episodes of Batman from the 1960s, and also the first episode of Moonlighting.
Okay. And oh yeah, and Moonlighting, we talked about this month too. And that was great watching. Those are great connections.
Yeah, and so we definitely enjoy having all of these connections, and so it's been fun being able to view these shows.
Yeah, it really has been. And then I think one of the things we were also able to do, Brandon, for this month was we of course watched Matlock, and so that was good too, and which fit right into our kind of our adventure drama type of series.
Yeah, it really did, and especially with the finale, and so I think it all sort of worked itself out, and I look forward to seeing what we're going to do in these future months to come, and if we're going to have any more of these sort of coincidental connections with other shows that happen to be on.
Yep, same here, Brandon. Same here. Well, let us know below what are your favorite action TV shows, or are there any that we need to tackle in the future?
Yeah, definitely let us know.
Yes. Well, we thank you so much for watching today.
Yeah, we really do.
Yes. Oh, and I didn't rate this for you. Um, yeah, as you know, I've been rating these shows from 1 to 5. I would actually give this one a 4. It was a solid show.
Yeah, I fully agree with that.
All right. Once more, thank you very much for watching.
And have a great day.
All right. Bye, everybody.